Ma'am, step away from first class. My seat is 2A. Not anymore. Scan the pass. She was already seated. Stay out of this. Show me the change. Move now. Read the name. The seat was reassigned. To whom? I can move. Stay seated, sir. The ticket is valid. Check the scanner. There is nothing to check. Then why won't you look?
Stop filming.
Why?
Put the phone down. Preserve the seat change record. You have no right to that.
Then record that I asked.
She's delaying departure.
She's standing still.
Phone's down now.
Terminal response, aircraft door, now.
State the reason.
Non-compliance.
With what instruction? She didn't refuse anything.
Marker disruptive.
That isn't accurate.
Do it.
Write down the time.
Are you refusing to leave?
No. Then move.
Preserve the original record.
You can complain later.
Later changes the record.
What time should I note?
6:51.
Do not write that. Give her the seat.
Sit down.
We saw the scan. Phone's away. It still says valid. Clear that screen. Do not delete it. There's another linked record.
Activate the hold.
One station.
Every link departure.
Close the door. The system just locked. How many flights? 236.
Ma'am, step away from first class before security removes you. The cabin went silent as the black woman in seat 2A folded her boarding pass and stood without arguing. Why had the crew ignored the name printed on the ticket? Why did a station director suddenly order everyone to stop recording? And what could one quiet phone call possibly do to an airline already preparing hundreds of departures across the world? She was about to miss the one family moment she had promised never to sacrifice again. But the hidden reason behind her removal was bigger than a stolen seat. Stay to the end, because when the truth reached operations, 236 flights stopped moving. Nobody moves this aircraft until that record is preserved. Simone Carter's voice carried across the jet bridge. Owen Price stopped with his hand above the keypad. Behind him, the cabin hummed with recycled air and the chime of unfastened seatbelts. Dana Whitmore stood in the doorway. "You've been removed," Dana said. "Don't make this worse. I'm asking for the seat change log and the crew duty extension." Brent Calloway laughed once. "You have no right to internal documents." Simone folded her boarding pass. It still showed 2A. "Then record that I requested them before departure." A gate agent lowered her eyes. Two passengers held phones chest high despite Brent's order. Burnt coffee drifted from the terminal. Cold air slipped through the jet bridge seams and moved the chain at Simone's throat. Brent stepped closer. "Owen, mark her non-compliant." Owen's fingers hovered over the tablet. She didn't refuse a safety instruction. She delayed boarding. She asked why her confirmed seat was reassigned. Brent's jaw tightened. "Do you want to discuss your performance review here?" Green light washed over Owen's knuckles. He typed. Simone watched him. "What code did you use?" "That's enough," Brent snapped. Dana glanced at the ticket. "File a complaint later. Later changes the record." The man now sitting in 2A turned toward the aisle. A radio crackled at Brent's belt. "Gate 74, confirm final crew extension." He pressed the button. "Confirmed." "By whom?" Brent looked at Simone. "Station authority." She took out her phone. 3 missed calls from Leah filled the screen. Beneath them was a photograph of an empty chair beside a London podium. "I saved it anyway," Leah had written. Simone's thumb rested over the message. Brent saw only the photograph. "Call whoever you like. This plane is leaving." "Not if that extension is false." Dana's expression shifted. "What are you talking about?" Simone looked into the cabin. Maya Torres stood beside the galley with a service folder half closed. A yellow crew duty form protruded from it. "Maya, who signed that extension?" Brent turned. "Do not answer her." Maya tightened her grip. "I was told it was cleared." "By whom?" "Mr. Calloway's office." A suitcase wheel clicked over the metal seam. No one spoke. Brent pulled the folder from Maya and pushed the page inside. "This conversation is over." Simone looked through the terminal glass. Their flight still read, "Boarding." Beneath it, 3 Crown Meridian departures flickered and returned with new times. Owen noticed. Why are those gates updating? Network lag, Brent said. Every status line froze. The terminal noise thinned as agents lifted their heads. One by one, delayed appeared across the first row, then the second, then down the board. Brent's radio erupted with overlapping calls. He stared at Simone. What did you do? She put her phone away. I asked you to preserve the record. On Owen's tablet, a banner appeared above the incident report. Record lock initiated. Executive authority. Brent reached for the device, but Owen stepped back. Who authorized this? Dana whispered. A second alert filled the screen. Global operations hold pending identity verification. At 5:42 a.m., before any screen turned red, Simone stood in her kitchen with one shoe on and Leah's voice playing from the counter. Please don't call from the car and say something came up. The message ended with a click. Rain tapped the window. The house smelled of burnt toast. The tile felt cold through her stocking. She set the blackened slice beside a plate she would not use. On the chair hung a cream-knit sweater. No tailored jacket. No company pin. Her assistant, Elena, called at 5:47. The car is downstairs. Send it back. You have the board packet and 3 calls before boarding. I know. You also have security. Not today. Simone. She fastened her silver watch. I'm traveling as a passenger. You run the airline. Then I should know what being our passenger feels like. At least warn the station. No advance notice. That defeats every protocol. That is the point. After the call, Simone looked at the photograph on the refrigerator. Marcus stood beside a training aircraft, laughing into the sun. Leah, 16 then, leaned between her parents. Simone touched the wedding ring hanging from the chain at her throat. Today? She told the empty room. Leah answered on the 4th ring. I'll be in the front row, Simone said. You said that last year. I was in Singapore. You were always somewhere. Simone gripped the counter. The scholarship carries his name. I won't miss it. Leah's voice softened. It isn't only about Dad. What do you mean? I need you there before the speech, not after everyone leaves. I understand? No, you understand schedules. 6 o'clock, Leah said. The empty chair will have your name on it. The line went dead. Outside, rain had thinned to mist. Simone carried her suitcase down the steps herself. The driver opened the trunk. International terminal? Yes. Big trip? Important one. Traffic crawled beneath wet streetlights. Simone opened her boarding pass. Seat 2A, confirmed. Beneath it was a private audit checklist written after 3 months of complaints about inconsistent treatment at major stations. No one knew she planned to use it. At 6:31, carts rattled beneath the terminal canopy. Simone declined help and joined the regular line. A family ahead struggled with an oversized bag. An agent waved them aside. Where do we go? The father asked. The agent pointed toward a distant counter. Next. Simone watched them drag the bag away. She typed, direction given without eye contact or reason. At security, her watch tray jammed while 2 officers discussed weekend plans. Elena sent 3 messages. Board expects you online at 7. Leah called the office. Please tell me you did not cancel security. Simone replied, I'm boarding on my own. Keep the board meeting closed until I land. If Leah calls again, put her through. At gate 74, the screen glowed green. London, on time. Seat 2. A still appeared beside her name. Simone sat near the window and turned the paper cup handle toward her right hand. Across the concourse, Brent Calloway entered without noticing her. Owen Price followed with a tablet against his chest. Brent leaned close. Move the woman in 2A, he said. Mallory wants the seat. Move the woman in 2A, Brent said. Mallory wants the seat. Owen's tablet chimed. Simone watched from 6 chairs away as the green confirmation beside her name vanished twice. That seat is confirmed, Owen said. Not anymore. You can't overwrite it. Rain streaked the terminal windows behind him. Use priority accommodation. No incident report. That code is for medical or diplomatic changes. Today, it's for a client who keeps this station profitable. Owen swallowed. And if she asks, she won't understand the system. Simone lowered her coffee. The lid warmed her thumb. Damp air chilled her sleeves. On her phone, 2A now read, pending assignment. Wheels clicked over tile. Wet coats and machine coffee mixed beneath the announcements. Simone joined the line. Owen scanned her pass. The reader flashed red. Just a moment, he said. Brent stepped beside him. There's been an equipment adjustment. The aircraft type hasn't changed, Simone replied. Operational adjustment, then. My seat? We can place you in 38C. On a full-fare first-class ticket? You'll receive the difference later. Simone showed Owen the screen. What is the transaction number? Brent's smile thinned. Passengers don't need internal codes. They do when a confirmed seat is changed without consent. A man in a charcoal overcoat approached with a leather portfolio. Conrad Mallory, 61, silver-haired and broad-shouldered, stopped beside Brent. Is it ready? He asked. Yes, sir. Conrad glanced at Simone. Problem? Clerical issue, Brent said. Simone looked at Owen. Was it clerical? His fingers tightened around the scanner. The system shows a reassignment. Requested by whom? Station management, Brent said. Under which code? Owen's eyes moved to the tablet's top corner, where a 6-character entry showed before the screen dimmed. Simone had seen it. CX-17, the same override family used for crew duty adjustments. An announcement echoed. Conrad checked his watch. I have a call after takeoff. You'll be comfortable in 2A, Brent told him. Simone folded her paper pass along the perforated edge. That code doesn't belong on a passenger seat change. Brent leaned closer. You're making assumptions about tools you don't understand. Then explain it. I don't owe you an explanation. Behind Simone, an older couple shifted aside. A young woman lowered her phone when Brent looked over. Owen cleared his throat. We could move Mr. Mallory to 3D. It's open. It is not open, Brent said. It was 30 seconds ago. Brent tapped the tablet. Check again. Owen did. His face changed. Another seat had been blocked. Board her in economy, Brent said. We are done. Owen scanned Simone's pass again. The reader flashed amber. Manual review required appeared beneath the seat number. Simone kept her voice low. Do not delete the original record. Brent laughed. There is no original record. From inside the jet bridge, a printer began feeding paper. Owen turned toward the sound. A narrow strip slid into the tray, carrying the timestamp, Simone's name, and the override code Brent had just denied existed. The printer clicked again. Owen pulled the strip free before Brent could reach it. Timestamp 6:43. Seat 2, AFIO reassigned under CX-17. Give me that, Brent said. Simone stayed still. Read the authorization field. The lane went quiet, except for a zipper scraping a suitcase. Conrad Mallory waited beside the scanner, portfolio under one arm. Owen, Brent warned. The gate manager studied the paper. Station control. Name? Simone asked. Owen's lips parted, then closed. Brent snatched the strip and folded it. Boarding continues. The scanner chirped. Conrad stepped forward, but Simone remained at the counter. My ticket is valid. You've been reassigned, Brent said. Without consent. You were offered another seat. After mine was given away. Dana Whitmore appeared at the jet bridge door, silver wings straight above her navy jacket. At 46, she carried the certainty of someone used to obedience. What's holding us? This passenger refuses her new assignment, Brent said. Simone held out her pass. Verify seat 2A. Dana glanced at the cream sweater, the small suitcase, then at Conrad's tailored coat. Sir, welcome aboard. Conrad hesitated. Mr. Mallory? Dana prompted. He walked past Simone. The cabin smelled of leather, citrus cleaner, and reheated bread. Simone followed when Owen waved her through. At row 2, Conrad lowered himself into 2A. Simone stopped beside him. That is my assigned seat. Dana blocked the aisle. Your seat is now 38C. Show me the change notice. You received it at the gate. I received no document. Passengers turned. A man removed one earbud. Maya Torres, 29, stood near the galley gripping a stack of menus. Dana's smile stayed fixed. We are closing the door. Then this takes 1 minute. Scan my pass against the seat. There is nothing to scan. Simone offered it to Maya. Please. Maya looked at Dana. Don't, Dana said. The overhead fan filled the pause. Maya took the pass. The handheld reader flashed green. Seat 2A. Valid. A woman across the aisle raised her phone. Donna's face hardened. Recording is not permitted during boarding. Since when? The woman asked. Brent entered behind Simone. Put the phone away. Simone took back her pass. The system recognizes my seat. It hasn't refreshed, Brent said. Then why did your gate print an override? Dana glanced at him. Conrad shifted. Perhaps I should move. No, Brent said. You are our guest. And she isn't? Maya asked. Donna turned. Return to the galley. Maya obeyed, slipping the reader into her apron with the green result still displayed. Brent lowered his voice. Take 38C or leave. Simone looked down the aisle. 40 faces. Some watched openly. Others stared at dark screens. My name is on that seat. Dana extended her arm toward the exit. And right now, your choice is not. Simone folded the pass once and stepped aside for a late passenger. Then she looked at Owen through the open door. Preserve the boarding log. Brent laughed softly. There won't be a dispute once the door closes. From the galley, Maya glanced at the hidden reader. Its green light was still blinking. Ma'am, step away from the seat. Donna's voice carried through first class. Simone stood beside row 2, one hand on her suitcase. I'm not blocking the aisle, she said. You're delaying departure. The scanner confirmed 2A. Brent faced the cabin. This passenger refused a reasonable accommodation. Remain seated. Some passengers looked away. Others raised phones. The woman across the aisle kept filming. Stop recording, Brent said. Why? She hasn't done anything. This is a security matter. It became one when you called it that, Simone said. Donna stepped closer. You were offered 38C. After my confirmed seat was given away, Conrad started to rise. I can move. Stay seated, sir, Brent said. Warm air carried citrus cleaner and coffee. A fan rattled overhead. Simone shifted her bag. The narrow strap twisted and cut into her palm. Maya stood by the galley, watching the green reader hidden in her apron. Brent pointed toward the door. Owen, call terminal response. Owen remained on the jet bridge. For what reason? Passenger interference. She asked for her assigned seat. Make the call. Owen raised the radio, but did not press the button. Dana addressed Simone loudly. Leave voluntarily, or staff will escort you off. Am I being removed for refusing a safety instruction? You are being removed for non-compliance. With which instruction? To follow crew direction. What specific direction? Dana's mouth tightened. In row 4, a gray-haired man in a brown travel jacket lowered his newspaper. Ethan Grant, 58, had audited airline operations for 3 decades. She asked a clear question, he said. Answer it. Brent turned. Sir, stay out of this. Ethan folded the paper. Everyone here is already in it. A game chimed from economy, then stopped. No one spoke. The silence weighed more than an argument. Brent took Owen's radio. Gate 74, requesting assistance. Disruptive passenger at aircraft door. Simone's fingers closed around the strap. A red line formed across her palm. State that I did not raise my voice, she said. Brent ignored her. State that my boarding pass scanned valid. Donna looked around. Phones down. Ethan rested his phone against the newspaper, camera facing the aisle. 2 terminal officers appeared at the far end of the jet bridge. Simone waited until they reached the doorway. Are you refusing to leave? One asked. No, I am preserving the facts before I comply. Brent exhaled. More delay. Simone gave Owen the folded pass. Write down the time. His hand trembled. Record every person who ordered the reassignment. Preserve the seat change log, the scanner result, and the operation number tied to CX-17. Brent said, Do not enter any of that. Owen looked at the red mark on Simone's palm. What time? He asked. 6:51 a.m. He wrote it on the back of her boarding pass. Simone turned toward the exit. 40 faces followed her. Conrad stared at his hands. Maya stood rigid by the galley. Ethan's recording light reflected on his newspaper. At the aircraft door, Brent spoke into his radio. Mark her non-compliant. Behind him, Ethan whispered, Passenger removed after valid first-class scan. No threat observed. The jet bridge door closed behind Simone with a rubbery thud. In the gate office, Brent dropped her folded pass beside Owen's keyboard. Open the incident record. Owen sat. Fluorescent light buzzed above him. The room smelled of toner, cold coffee, and rain. What am I entering? Passenger became argumentative, refused reassignment, delayed boarding. She complied when asked to leave. Brent leaned over the desk. Type what I said. Through the glass, Simone stood near the podium while an officer returned her suitcase. She rubbed the red line across her palm. Owen opened the form. The cursor blinked. Do we attach the original seat history? No. The system requires a reason for deletion. Duplicate entry. It isn't a duplicate. Brent lowered his voice. Your evaluation is next week. Owen's fingers settled on the keys. At the aircraft door, Maya pulled the scanner from her apron. It still showed Seat 2A. Valid. Dana reached for it. Clear that screen. It confirms her ticket. It's stale data. Maya pressed the back arrow. A second record appeared. Crew duty extension. CX-17. She frowned. Why is this linked? Donna's hand stopped. Brent entered from the jet bridge. Give me the device. Who approved the extension? Maya asked. Operations. There's no supervisor name. There doesn't need to be. There always is. Brent took the scanner and shoved it into a galley drawer. Metal trays rattled. Finish boarding. That is your job. Ethan watched from row 4. After Brent moved away, he found a printed load sheet folded behind the seat pocket magazine. The final baggage figure had been crossed out and replaced in darker ink. He raised his phone as if checking a message and photographed both sides. Back in the office, Owen read the form aloud. Passenger raised voice, blocked aisle, refused crew direction. Submit it. That isn't what happened. Brent picked up the boarding pass and tore away the section where Owen had written 6:51 a.m. Owen stood. His chair struck the cabinet. Why did you do that? Handwritten notes are not records. They are when the official one is being changed. For 1 second, Brent's face emptied. Then he slipped the torn piece into his pocket. Delete the original confirmation. Owen looked through the glass. Simone had set her suitcase upright and was watching the departure board. Her stillness made the room feel smaller. He clicked the deletion field. A warning appeared. Action will remove auditable history. Brent pointed. Proceed. Owen's finger hovered. At the galley, Maya reopened the drawer. She photographed the scanner screen before clearing it. Dana saw the movement reflected in polished metal. What did you do? Nothing. Phone? Maya stepped back. It's personal property. Then put it away. The aircraft door began to close. Cold jet bridge air narrowed to a thin seam. Ethan folded the altered load sheet into his newspaper. Owen pressed delete. The original confirmation vanished. A second window opened beneath it. Linked document found? Crew extension record. Owen stared at the code. Brent reached across him and switched off the monitor. The monitor went black. Owen stared at his reflection. You can't erase a linked safety record. I just did, Brent said. Finish the report. Outside, the aircraft door sealed with a metallic thump. Simone watched the jet bridge retract while rain silvered the glass. Her suitcase returned 10 minutes later, damp at one corner, the white London tag turning slowly around the handle. An agent pushed it toward her. You've been denied boarding. On what basis? Pending review of disruptive conduct. I left when instructed. The agent glanced at Brent. I only have the notice. Simone read it. Her name was correct. The time was not. This says 6:39. That's when the incident began, Brent said. My seat was confirmed then. Not according to the current record. She folded the notice once. Rebook me. You're blocked from travel with us until station review is complete. The next partner flight? Full. There are 2 seats online. Restricted inventory. The London flight changed from boarding to closed. Simone's fingers tightened around the paper, then released. What is the earliest arrival? Owen checked the screen. Tomorrow at 8:20 a.m. The ceremony began at 6 that evening. Brent placed a refund form on the counter. Sign here. Full fare returned. Simone read the first paragraph. This says I surrendered my seat voluntarily. Standard wording. It's false. It gets your money back. I didn't ask for money. Then what do you want? The original log preserved. Brent's smile vanished. It no longer exists. Owen lowered his eyes. Simone set the pen beside the empty line. Then its absence becomes part of the record. A cleaner's cart squeaked past. Lemon disinfectant cut through old coffee. Cold air pressed against Simone's damp suitcase. Brent tapped the form. Sign or leave with nothing. She slid it back. Keep it. Conrad appeared at the gate door, his coat over one arm. I heard the aircraft is holding, he said. Minor paperwork, Brent replied. Conrad looked at the suitcase. She wasn't rebooked? No. He turned to Brent. Give her my seat. That won't solve the review. What review? The one created after I questioned why her ticket was changed, Simone said. Conrad's face tightened. I never asked you to remove anyone. Brent lowered his voice. Sir, This is being handled. No, it is being hidden. A boarding agent opened the jet bridge door and called Conrad back. He hesitated, then walked toward the aircraft without meeting Simone's eyes. Owen printed a temporary travel restriction. The machine chattered in the quiet gate area. Duration? Simone asked. 72 hours. Subject to extension, Brent added. The paper was still warm from the printer. Simone put the notice into her bag. Her phone vibrated with Leah's name, then stopped before she answered. A message appeared. Are you already in the air? Simone watched the tag rotate. Each turn brought London into view, then hid it again. She typed, I'm still at the airport. Before she could add more, an unknown number sent a photograph of a crew duty form marked CX-17 and one line. They told us never to show passengers this. The unknown number called before Simone could enlarge the photograph. Who is this? A breath, then Maya's voice. The junior flight attendant from your flight. Simone pulled her suitcase into a dim corridor. Are you safe to talk? For a minute, Mr. Calloway took the scanner, but I photographed the linked record. Send the full image. Don't alter it. I already did. The corridor smelled of carpet dust and cooling coffee. A vent breathed cold air across Simone's neck. Boarding announcements blurred. Why contact me? The crew extension has no approving supervisor, and they made Owen delete your seat history. Did you see that? No, I heard them arguing. That distinction matters. Maya went quiet. You still sound like you're protecting them. I'm protecting the truth from being dismissed. A chime sounded near Maya. I have to go. Keep the original file. Don't forward it. What happens now? Simone looked at Leah's message. I find out how far this reaches. The call ended. She pressed Leah's name. 4 rings. Mom? I'm still in Atlanta. A pause stretched beneath the terminal hum. You promised. I know. No, you said you knew this time. My seat was reassigned. There's an operational issue. There is always an operational issue. Simone leaned against the cold wall. I'm trying to get another flight. The ceremony starts in 9 hours. I've checked every route. And your company owns half of them. That doesn't mean I can move other passengers. Leah laughed once. You move meetings across continents. You wake executives at midnight. But when it's me, suddenly rules are sacred. Leah, I saved you a chair. Simone closed her eyes. You told me. I wanted you to understand what it looked like. What? An empty seat with your name on it. A cart crossed the corridor entrance, its loose wheel clicking once per turn. I am sorry, Simone said, but Leah had disconnected. The phone remained against her ear. Simone lowered it and touched the ring at her throat. The gold had warmed against her skin. She lifted it to her lips while the apology she had prepared for years stayed behind her teeth. Then she called Elena. Get the company aircraft ready. A keyboard snapped to life. Which crew? Nearest legal crew. Quiet departure. And the board? Wake Priya. Have security meet me. Elena hesitated. Are you using executive authority? Simone watched the photograph sharpen. Beneath the unsigned extension, another line appeared. Linked batch, 46 records. Cancel that. The aircraft? All of it. What changed? This isn't about getting me to London anymore. CX-17 repeated beside crew names, baggage figures, and approval times separated by seconds. Elena, preserve every log connected to Gate 74. Read-only access. No alert to local management. Should I call legal? Not yet. Then who? Through the corridor opening, Brent spoke into his radio. Owen sat beside the dark monitor. Beyond them, the aircraft waited under rain-streaked floodlights. Priya Nand, Simone said. Use the emergency line. Elena's voice dropped. Which protocol? Simone closed her fingers around the ring. Blue Lantern. Blue Lantern, Simone repeated. Elena stopped typing. That protocol freezes departures tied to unreliable records. Correct. Across one station? Across every station using the same authorization chain. Rain hissed against the glass beyond Gate 74. Elena drew a breath. Priya is on. Priya Nand, 45, the airline's chief operating officer, joined the line with the calm she used during storms. Tell me exactly what you have. One altered seat record, one deleted audit trail, one crew duty extension without a named approver. The same code appears in 46 records. Source: a crew member's original photograph, metadata intact. Verified? Not yet. Then Blue Lantern is severe. So is allowing departures under records we cannot trust. Across the concourse, Brent pointed at Owen's dark monitor. Dana stood by the jet bridge door. Maya had vanished into the aircraft. How many flights touch that chain? Priya asked. Elena answered. 236 active departures worldwide. If we freeze them, crews time out. Connections collapse. Thousands could be stranded. And if one extension is false? No one answered. Simone watched a family hurry past with neck pillows bouncing against their bags. I need one more confirmation, Priya said. You'll have it. Simone ended the call and crossed the gate area, pulling her suitcase behind her. The London tag clicked against the handle. Brent saw her coming. You need to leave. I need Owen to answer one question. He has nothing to say. Owen rose anyway. Simone placed her phone on the counter, showing Maya's photograph. Did this document appear when you deleted my seat history? Brent reached for the phone. Simone moved it away. Owen? His collar was damp. I'm not authorized to discuss internal systems. That wasn't my question. Brent leaned close. Think carefully. The departure board clicked. Another flight changed from on time to boarding. Owen looked at the timestamp, then at the torn edge of Simone's pass in Brent's jacket pocket. Yes, he said. The crew extension opened beneath your record. Brent's face hardened. He's confused. Was the monitor switched off? Owen nodded. By whom? A cleaning cart squeaked behind them. Owen gripped the counter. Mr. Calloway. Simone called Priya. Second confirmation obtained. State the command. Simone faced the rain-streaked windows. Activate Blue Lantern. Lock every affected record. Hold all linked departures at gate or stand. No aircraft moves until independent verification clears it. Priya repeated the order. Confirmed, Simone said. Brent laughed, but the sound broke halfway through. You can't order that. She ended the call. It's already ordered. For 3 seconds, nothing changed. Then Owen's tablet vibrated. A red banner filled the screen. Global Operations Hold. Donna's radio erupted. Gate phones rang in sequence. Across the terminal, departure boards refreshed line by line, replacing boarding and on time with operational delay. Brent stared at the screens. Who are you? Simone's phone lit with Priya's message. Order confirmed. Nobody takes off. Who are you? Brent asked again. The boards changed behind Simone. One delayed flight became 12, then 40. Gate phones rang while agents explained that no aircraft was being cleared. Open the secure link, Simone told Owen. Brent stepped between them. You have no authority here. Priya's face appeared on the tablet, framed by live flight maps. I need station management, cabin leadership, and the passenger removed from 2A on camera, Priya said. Donna moved closer. Ms. Nand? Yes. Brent forced a smile. This is a local service issue. Then why are 46 crew records linked to a seat override? We don't know that they are. We do now. Lock this session. A tone sounded. Recording active appeared on screen. State your full name, Priya said. Simone Carter. And your position? Chief Executive Officer, Crown Meridian Airways. Owen dropped into his chair. Dana gripped the podium. Brent laughed once, waiting for someone else to join him. No one did. Conrad emerged from the jet bridge. She's the CEO? Yes, Priya said. Her title does not restore her seat. We are determining why a valid passenger was removed and why a safety code was altered. Simone faced Conrad. Did you request 2A? No. I asked whether an upgrade was available. Were you told someone would be moved? I was told the seat had opened. Did it? Not while I was there. Brent spread his hands. We were protecting an important commercial relationship. By changing a passenger record? It was service recovery. For whom? He had no answer. Conrad took out his phone. I recorded part of the cabin exchange. I thought it might protect me, he said. It won't. He placed the phone beside the tablet. Dana's recorded voice filled the gate. Your choice is not. Then Brent's order followed. Mark her non-compliant. Send the original file to compliance, Priya said. I will. Simone picked up the folded boarding pass. The edge where Owen had written 6:51 was gone. Where is the rest? Brent touched his jacket. Owen saw it. Inside pocket. Simone held out her hand. Brent placed the torn piece on the counter. The halves matched. Dana whispered, I should have checked. You should have listened, Simone said. Her phone vibrated. Leah's name flashed, then vanished before she could answer. Priya returned to the screen. Independent compliance is inside the system. The scope is larger than Atlanta. How large? Owen asked. 46 false extensions confirmed. Load discrepancies at 9 stations. Access history points to 1 regional office. Every face turned toward Brent. Simone straightened Dinah's twisted name badge before walking past her. Keep everyone here, she told Priya. No statements, no deletions, no departures. Donna stared at the badge. Why? Because this is still a uniform. At the secure corridor, Priya called after Simone. The board wants an explanation. They'll get evidence first. And your daughter? Simone stopped. Leah's missed call remained beside the photograph of the empty chair. Later, she said. The secure door unlocked. As Simone entered the operations center, a new alert spread across every monitor. Executive review expanded. Global records seized. The secure door sealed behind Simone at 7:18 a.m. 42 screens glowed across the operations center. Printers fed paper in bursts. The air smelled of warm circuits and stale coffee. Helen Royce, 49, led compliance, a yellow pencil tucked behind one ear. We found 46 crew duty extensions using CX-17, she said, all approved within 6 minutes. Same account? 3 accounts, 1 location. Calloway's office? Helen nodded. Priya enlarged a map. Red dots appeared over 9 stations. The credentials also changed load sheets after final sign-off. How many aircraft? 17 confirmed. A printer rattled. Helen placed a warm page beside Simone's boarding pass. Original baggage weight. Filed weight. The second number was lower. Who signed it? No one. The signature was copied from an earlier flight. Simone touched the ring at her throat. Interview ground crews, she said. Don't assume they volunteered. People rarely begin with 46 false records. Priya's phone lit. The board wants the London flight released. Can its crew record be verified? Not yet. Then it stays. Helen opened another folder. Premium seat notes read, Investor, Donor, Media Contact. Compensation source? Simone asked. Passengers removed from confirmed seats. Their files were changed to show voluntary surrender. My case was not the first. Number 83 this quarter. He built a private loyalty system, Priya said. With other people paying, Simone said. A video window opened. Owen sat alone, shoulders folded inward. Helen switched on the speaker. Who told you to use CX-17 on passenger records? Mr. Calloway. How often? At least twice a week. Why didn't you report it? He controlled schedules and performance scores. Did he threaten you? Not directly. What did he say? People who slowed departures stopped getting shifts. Did anyone lose work? Simone asked. Maya lost 2 international trips after questioning an extension. A ramp supervisor was moved to nights. Helen wrote both names. Priya's tablet chimed. Leah's ceremony just started. On a corner screen, Leah stood beneath Marcus Carter's name. An empty chair remained in the front row. We can prepare a company aircraft after the first batch clears, Priya said. No. You could reach the reception. The analysts will rush if they think my departure depends on them. I can separate the decisions. They won't. Leah unfolded her speech. The microphone caught the faint shake of paper. Simone muted the stream. Helen closed the folder. I need authorization to widen the review to every regional office. You have it. That may hold flights for hours. I know. Priya glanced at the empty chair. Simone, no aircraft leaves on a record we would not trust with our own families aboard. Helen turned. Expand the seizure. Preserve payroll, schedules, and station messages. Red dots multiplied across the wall. An analyst raised his hand. We found a message from Calloway. What does it say? Make the numbers clean before headquarters sees them. Simone unmuted the stream, just as Leah said. My father taught me that arriving late can still mean not arriving at all. My father taught me that arriving late can still mean not arriving at all. Leah's sentence lingered after Simone muted the stream. At 2:10 p.m., the review began in a glass conference room overlooking grounded aircraft. Rainwater crawled down the windows. A recorder blinked red on the table. Arthur Vale, 56, represented the board's oversight committee. We are here to establish facts, he said. Helen slid the first exhibit forward. Seat 2A was valid when Ms. Carter boarded. Arthur turned to her. Why did you remove the passenger? Mr. Calloway said the seat had been reassigned. Did you verify that? No. Did the scanner show a valid ticket? Donna's fingers flattened against the table. Yes. Then why continue? Stopping boarding meant challenging station management in front of passengers. Ethan joined by video. What did you observe? Helen asked. A calm passenger asking precise questions. No threat. No raised voice. Did staff answer them? No. They made the questions sound like misconduct. Maya entered carrying her phone in a clear evidence sleeve. You photographed the crew record? Yes. The approval field was blank. Were you told to hide it? Maya glanced at Dana. Donna answered. I told her to clear the screen. Did you know the data was wrong? Arthur asked. No. Owen was brought in next, pulling at one shirt cuff. Did you delete the original seat history? Helen asked. Yes. Who ordered it? Mr. Calloway. Brent leaned back. He is protecting his job. Owen turned. You said people who slowed departures stopped getting shifts. I said performance mattered. You moved Carla to nights after she reported a forged extension. Helen displayed access logs. Every disputed change originated from Brent's office or credentials controlled there. 46 false extensions, she said. 9 altered load sheets. 83 seat removals, recoded as voluntary. You built a company that rewards on-time numbers. I delivered them. By changing records, Simone said. By keeping aircraft moving. And people quiet. He had no answer. Donna reached for her silver wings. The clasp resisted. Her fingers slipped twice before it opened. She placed them beside Simone's torn boarding pass. I saw her clothes, Dana said. I saw who was already in the seat. I decided whose word mattered before I checked anything. Arthur asked, Are you admitting bias? I'm admitting I made obedience easier than judgment. Simone looked at the wings. And when the scanner contradicted you? I treated the machine like the problem. Brent pushed back. This has become theater. Helen slid over a printed message. Make the numbers clean before headquarters sees them. That could mean anything. The timestamp matches 6 altered records. Arthur folded his hands. Mr. Calloway, you are suspended pending external review. Brent stood. Security held the door open. As he passed Owen, he whispered, You think they'll protect you? Owen's cuff finally came loose. No, that's why I saved the backup. He placed a small encrypted drive on the table. The recorder kept blinking while Helen reached for it. The encrypted drive clicked into Helen's laptop. Folders opened. Schedules, messages, access logs, and service recovery. 83 passenger names appeared beside notes like donor, press, and priority guest. He told us they agreed to move, Owen said. Most never signed anything, Helen replied. At 3:05 p.m., Priya entered with a sealed envelope. Regulators accepted the referral. Calloway is terminated, and his access is revoked. What happens to us? Owen asked. You are suspended pending findings, Arthur said. Cooperation will not replace accountability. Maya stood by the cold, rain-streaked window. And the passengers? Reimbursement, corrected records, direct contact, Simone said. So was pretending they volunteered, she added when Arthur mentioned the cost. Verified flights began leaving one at a time, each requiring 2 signatures. Engines rolled beyond the glass. No one applauded. The board convened at 6:40 p.m. 7 faces filled the wall screen. Arthur placed a draft statement before Simone. Operational systems disruption, she read. It protects confidence, said Board Chair Malcolm Voss. It conceals cause. We are offering a private settlement, Malcolm said. Compensation, apology, and no admission beyond service failure. You want the CEO to sign away the evidence. We want the company to survive the week. If you publish everything, lenders may retreat, partners may pause contracts, and employees will pay for one regional director. One regional director did not create 83 false records alone. You are emotionally involved. Simone's phone vibrated. Leah had sent a photograph from London. The hall was almost empty. In the front row, one chair still carried a white card with Simone Carter printed across it. She placed the phone face down. Take 24 hours, Malcolm said. The records changed in seconds. The truth does not need another day. Arthur leaned forward. What are you proposing? Full disclosure tomorrow. Independent oversight. Passenger remedies. Crew protections. No one calls the grounding a technical failure. That could cost you your position. Simone slid the unsigned settlement across the table. Put that in the minutes. After the call, Priya stayed seated. You missed Leah's speech. Yes? She may not forgive this. I know. Simone turned the phone over. The empty chair looked smaller now. I promised I would be there, she said. And instead? I stopped aircraft. She touched the ring at her throat. That sentence will never sound better to my daughter. In the corridor, Dana waited without her silver wings. Owen stood nearby with a cardboard box. Will there be a place for us in the review? Donna asked. There will be interviews. That isn't what I asked. No, Simone said. It is what I can promise. Maya approached with a list of employees who had reported concerns and lost shifts. Tomorrow they'll ask whether grounding 236 flights was worth it, Maya said. Simone looked through the glass at aircraft moving beneath white runway lights. Tomorrow, we show them what would have happened if we hadn't. Her phone lit again. Leah, I saw the news. Please don't call tonight. At 8 o'clock the next morning, Simone stood before the operations wall with the unsigned settlement in one hand and the pen from Gate 74 in the other. Priya adjusted the microphone. Once this goes live, we cannot soften it. We already softened facts, Simone said. That is why 236 flights had to stop. Printers rasped behind the glass while analysts checked crew records and load data. Simone faced the cameras. Yesterday, our airline grounded flights because release documents could not be trusted. The hold was not a technical failure. It followed deliberate record changes, ignored employee warnings, and passenger files altered to conceal improper seat removals. Helen pushed an update across the table. 3 more stations found linked access. The review is now company-wide, Simone said. A reporter called. Did you ground the network because you were removed? No. My treatment exposed records that could not be verified. Any passenger should have triggered the same response. Maya stood in the rear row beside employees who had lost shifts after reporting concerns. Owen watched from the aisle. Simone lifted the pen. At Gate 74, I was asked to sign a false statement saying I surrendered my seat voluntarily. Today, I am using the same pen to sign rules that make that erasure harder. The first protocol required every seat change to show a reason, a second approval, and a permanent audit trail. Removing a passenger who questioned a commercial change now required a separate safety report. The second created a reporting line outside station management. Any complaint involving crew fatigue or load records would lock the documents against deletion. The third changed executive bonuses. Departure targets could no longer outweigh complaints, crew rest compliance, or record integrity. Malcolm's voice cut through the monitor. The board has not approved compensation from executive pay. Simone removed her annual bonus page and signed it. It has now. Priya glanced down. Your full bonus. Start with passengers whose files were falsified, then restore wages lost by employees who spoke up. After the broadcast, Dana waited near the training center without her wings. I resigned from cabin leadership, she said. Compliance asked me to help build the new course. Why would employees listen to you? Because I can show them how someone stops seeing a person and starts seeing an inconvenience. You do not teach alone. Maya already made that clear. Inside the classroom, Maya stood beside a screen displaying Seat 2A. Valid. Owen entered, carrying archived logs. I found 12 more deleted complaints. Give them to Helen, then attend the session. I'm still suspended. You can still listen. At noon, the final held aircraft was cleared. The operations wall changed from red to white, but no one cheered. Priya switched off the alert tone that had repeated for 29 hours. An envelope from London waited on Simone's desk. Inside lay the scholarship program and the card from the empty chair. On the back, Leah had written, "When the next one happens, decide before you promise." Simone placed the card beneath the signed protocol, where she would have to see it every morning. 3 months later, Rain tapped the roof of a converted aircraft hangar outside London, while families filled folding chairs beneath a banner bearing Marcus Carter's name. Simone arrived without an assistant, wearing the same cream sweater from Gate 74. Inside her program lay the repaired boarding pass, its torn halves sealed in a clear sleeve. Marcus's ring rested at her throat beside his old pilot wings. At the end of the front row, one chair remained empty. Leah stood beside it with 2 paper cups. "You're early." 43 minutes. That sounds like an executive answer. It's the exact one. Leah handed her a cup. The lid turned toward Simone's right hand. Neither mentioned the months of short calls, canceled dinners, or counseling sessions filled with silences neither was allowed to escape. "I watched the hearing," Leah said. "I know. You looked smaller than I expected." "I felt smaller." Leah glanced at the boarding pass. "Did stopping those flights fix what happened?" "No." "Then why keep it?" "So I remember how easily a record can deny what a person lived." The ceremony began with 6 adult trainees walking beneath the wing of a retired aircraft. Maya Torres, now protected by the reporting program, introduced the first recipient. She served on the Employee Safety Council and still kept the original CX-17 photograph on an encrypted drive. Owen Price sat in the 3rd row. His suspension had ended after investigators found that he altered records under pressure, but later preserved evidence. He returned in a non-managerial compliance role, unable to edit passenger files alone. "I checked twice now," he told Simone. Dana Whitmore stood near the training display without her silver wings. After accepting a demotion, she began teaching new cabin crews about Gate 74. Her lesson started not with policy, but with the green scanner result she had chosen to ignore. Brent Calloway did not attend. External investigators had referred the falsified records for formal proceedings, and he was barred from operational management while the case continued. Conrad Mallory ended his private service agreement and funded independent passenger advocates, though his statement admitted that money offered after silence could not erase it. Helen Royce unveiled the first public oversight report. Seat changes now required 2 named approvals. Crew duty extensions locked after sign-off. Passenger complaints could not be rewritten as voluntary surrender without recorded consent. Failures would remain public. "We still found 11 violations," Helen told Simone. "Publish all 11. The board expected you to ask whether the number was improving. It improves only if people can see it." Leah stepped to the microphone last. "My father used to say an aircraft is safest when every person can report what feels wrong." She unfolded the speech Simone had missed. Halfway through, her voice caught. Simone did not move toward her. She waited. Leah finished, returned to the front row, and fastened Marcus's pilot wings to Simone's collar. "I'm not saying the empty chair didn't matter," she whispered. "I won't ask you to. But you came before anyone called." "Yes." Outside, the rain stopped. Light crossed the repaired boarding pass on Simone's lap as Leah sat beside her for the next scholarship name. This time, the chair stayed filled. Has someone ever changed the record, ignored what you witnessed, or made you feel that your dignity mattered less than their convenience? Share what happened in the comments, especially if one quiet person chose to speak when everyone else stayed silent. Send this story to someone who believes fairness should not depend on clothing, status, influence, or the seat printed on a ticket. A single share may reach someone who needs the courage to document the truth and refuse a false version of events. Subscribe for more stories about justice, quiet resilience, accountability, and the difficult system changes that begin when ordinary people stop looking away. Thank you for staying with Simone and Leah until the chair was no longer empty.